Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 592, recording live on February 12th, 2025. I am your host, Cowtown Tony.
I'm Adriel.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Dustin.
Oh, and I guess that means I'm Kelly.
Dramatic pause.
We'll wait for Kelly's internet to stabilize. I'm re-hosting, so that means my computer is going to crash later. We're going to start with what we did in Guns. What we did in Guns is currently not being sponsored. If you'd like to be sponsoring on one of our segments, please send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Let's hear from Dustin first. He hasn't been on for a while.
Ooh, yeah, I haven't been on for a while. Okay, well, I got to supervise some gun stuff on set, which is always fun and challenging and stressful. But last weekend, I was in Freedom Land, kind of. I was in California. I was down in California, so it was like being at home. Only I don't know. There was an event. It was much warmer. It was beautiful. It's 25 degrees the whole time I was there. I was down in Palm Springs. Really sucked coming home because it got a lot colder and snow flew while I was away. But it got cold. It was so cold coming back. But yeah, it was really interesting. Like I said, it was like being home, but with like a strangely legal AK and a 5-round Mini 14 that made me feel like I was in Canada. There was a fun event that I went to, but some of my friends, from there had guns, and then we had some friends from Nevada who were offended by the guns that we were
Really?
we went out and played with. Yeah, shocker, right? But we went and shot some guns out in the middle of nowhere, even handguns, and surprisingly, no one got hurt, even though we had handguns not at a range. Inconceivable.
How is that possible?
I know, right? Like everything I've been told, the second you take handguns off of a range, just mayhem. But surprisingly, everything was done safely. Shot a high point for the lulls. That truly is garbage.
Yeah, but that's why you shoot one. That's the only reason why you shoot one.
Just to say it's a piece of garbage. But one of my friends had a snub-nosed 357.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you shoot it? Obviously.
Oh yeah. The fireball coming off of that thing was like it backburned. It like consumes your hand a little bit. It was wild. Wild. So that was a lot of fun. I shot a Glock 19, but here's the thing, only had a 4-inch barrel. And again, no one got hurt. I was shocked. It, didn't have the 4.2-inch Canada legal barrel, and I don't know, somebody should do something about that. California guns are legal semi-autos are really, really heckin' weird. The featureless rifles that we were playing with were. Have any of you guys ever seen any of the featureless guns in California? They're. Oh wow!
There's fin grips and
so there's like
pin stuff.
It's like a fin on the back of them, so you can't wrap your hand around. This is because you're not allowed pistol grips there, right? So it makes them just wildly difficult to hold and handle, and I guess we don't want safe guns that are easy to handle. That'd be bad. And then some of my friends have lived there for a long time, so as the gun laws have changed, they've got guns that are legal because they had them here, and even though they still have some of these weird features, they wouldn't be legal now if you're it's like Canada. It's just different levels of craziness. There's different kinds of fixed mag guns. There was one AR that had an attached mag that couldn't be removed. It was the
magazine button.
No.
Bullet button.
No. So yeah, there was one of those, but there was one that the magazine had been permanently and irremovably attached into the magwell, and it was the most unsafe thing I've ever experienced in my life. You couldn't pay me to put one of these things on set because the only way to properly clear it was to cycle it out, cycle each round out individually. Everything's fed with stripper clips on that one. So basically you crack it open, had instead of a rear pin, it had a switch to hinge it, and you'd feed stripper clips in through the top. 10-round capacity for their semi-autos, so I guess they're beating Canada there by a little bit.
Woo!
Yeah, right? It's 10 rounds for everything. They think their pistols and their rifles are all just 10 rounds. That's the max capacity for semi-autos.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was really, really weird. There was a couple others, like you said, the bullet button one. Another one of the ones, it was the same thing, had the same, like, there's like a switch to like hinge it open, and then the mag could drop. Like the mag was locked in place unless the action was open, or unless like the gun was split apart, and then you could do a mag change, which is, again, interesting and weird. The AK was really weird. It kind of, yeah, I don't know if I entirely understood how that mechanism totally worked, but yeah, it was an interesting and fun experience, and seeing how other places handle the same kind of stupidity. I will say, the 10 so there was a couple of like high cap mags that were like, they were 30 rounders, but they were 10 rounders, and they handle that a little bit differently. No 2-cent rivets.
What do they do?
So the mag, like the floor plate has like a whole like insert that like fills up most of it. And
is it the Magpul type?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think they specifically designed one. I really want them in Canada, but I don't think they were not designed to be a pistol magazine, so they were not accepted into the country. But it's for users, for listeners who have used the Magpul 10 round / 17 round Glock mags, it will be similar to that. As in the base is kind of a insert that takes up like it's a spring that's taking up the majority of the magazine. It's a piece of polymer. And then the top geometry is basically 10 round Magpul mag. So
yeah, exactly. But there was a locking mechanism at the bottom of it, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, I don't know. It was a cool, fun experience, and a reminder that things can always get worse. But also, it was also fun.
Is it worse or really? Is it worse?
It's not worse. They still have their semi-autos, but they're so dumb. The blade thing was dumb. It was dumb. But we had a lot of fun with like the handguns. Playing around with the handguns out in the desert was kind of entertaining. I wish we could do that here. Anyway, yeah. So that was cool and interesting and exciting. What about you, Kelly? What have you done with guns lately?
I haven't been on the show in a couple of weeks, have I? No. So, couple things. I had a meeting with Adriel and the rest of the Maple Seed crew for the shoot bosses. So to plan some events for the upcoming year, just to talk about logistics mainly. The other thing that I did was last night we did a podcast with She Shoots. So we had all of a sudden her name escapes me. Lynn Smith. 3-time national champion, provincial champion for Alberta for trap shooting. So she was on the show. Really funny stories. If you haven't had the opportunity to listen, go and check it out. Really cool person too. So, and yeah, so everybody's invited to her place. She has her own range on her property for trap. So everybody, and she does in June. I'm okay. I think I'm okay with telling this. She has in June. She has an event that's going to be taking place, and it's every year where they do a trap invite, and everybody can come out and shoot. They got some really, really cool prizes. Like you get quilts if you place first, like a king size, queen size quilts, depending on where you place. And then there's things like they do karaoke at the night in the evening. It's really a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, she was really cool to have on. Went to the range a couple of times. One of the times I went, got some people in for the club level ATT course, handgun course. So people are still bringing their guns to the range. That's awesome. But they were pretty safe, and we only had a couple of them. Other things that are happening. Going to be going to the Toronto Sportsman Show. I signed up for that, so I'm going to be there Thursday. Sorry, why did I say Thursday? I have no idea. Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to go do that. Say hi to people. Come on by the CCFR booth. I think we're going to be at a couple other booths too. So stop by, say hello. And what else? That's about it. I might be going to the range this weekend. No, not might be. I've actually, so today I was doing, so some training with our cadets that are at the National Training Center, which is here in Kingston. So a couple of them need some help with their C8s. So I said, well, I'll take to the range. Now, the only problem is, it's a problem because I can't bring my AR. I can't bring my WK-180 or my ARs, plural. So what am I going to do? And so I come up with a solution. So we're going to run the Renegade.
Nice.
Right?
You got to join the pump action squad.
Ew.
Tony.
Can't you just run their C8s? Like
the C8s?
No.
They can't bring their C8s, and I'm not allowed to have a C8. So no.
Aww.
Can we revert
Come on,
to
we need
good old Lee Enfield, please?
No, we
What a
need
Ross
training.
rifle.
Like
National
people
pride.
are
Let's
talking
go.
about Trump invading and that kind of thing. Like I think the government should pay for us to have some C8s. I think everyone, like, if you want one, the government should sell you a Colt Canada rifle. Yeah, I think so.
Right?
Colt in the name though. Can't have that.
Yeah. I agree. So I'm going to take them out. I offered today, and all of a sudden there was like 20 people around me saying, when can we go? And I'm going, just hold on a second. All right, what do we need to do? So I'm making time for them on Sunday just so that they can qualify, because guess what? We don't give them enough time to qualify. They need practice. And that's it. So here's your 10 rounds. Now go qualify. No, that's not going to be helpful, especially for those that actually have never fired a gun before. So I think I'm going to be going on Sunday. That's what I've arranged it for. Other than that, not much else going on with Kelly. I don't think I posted it on the page, but we still have some of the CCFR Gunny Girl calendars available at the CCFR web store. Go and buy them. We're going to try and sell them all out. There may be, just maybe giving you a hint, there may be a few that are available at the Toronto Sportsman Show, where you can bring them, because we might have some Gunny Girls that are going to be showing up. I also did a Gunny Girl calendar signing at S&J Hardware 2 weeks ago. So come out to the Toronto Sportsman Show, come and say hi, get a calendar signed.
How come you didn't sign the one that you sent me?
Why would I sign yours?
Well, why wouldn't you sign it?
Well, I don't sign the calendars. I'm not in the calendars. I arrange
But
it.
you're famous,
But
Kelly. You're famous. It makes it more
Kelly.
valuable.
You were the leader
I'm
of the
famous?
woman program.
Yeah.
I'm the glorious leader.
Yeah,
I was
Supreme leader.
you was.
the supreme leader. Well, no. But anyways, you should all have your calendars by now. Is that correct?
Yes, it's up there. You
Yeah.
can see it.
So they all got mailed out, and they should have been delivered. Don't forget to register them, because
Now?
you'll
Right
get
now?
some really cool prizes.
Oh, it's the new
Well,
year.
Adriel will get
It's
some
new-
cool
it's-
prizes.
Adriel, it's February. It's halfway through February. What have you bought for your wife? 2 days.
Whatever I win
It's
out of this?
Valentine's. That's what happened last time. You won like in February. And you got her some. No, it was Mother's
Is that
Day.
me? No.
You got a Kindle for Mother's Day. No,
Uh-huh.
it was me.
Yep.
Okay. I could figure that out.
Okay, I say Kelly Ma'am said too much. We need to let her
everybody.
internet
Everybody's
cool down
ringing.
for a bit.
Oni, what did you do?
He's taking
Yeah.
control of this ship.
Tony, your
He's
turn.
riding it into the sunset.
My turn. All right. I'll keep mine short because everyone else hasn't been on for a bit. Got some more ammo, as I said last week. Here are some. Actually. Oi. Here are some federal law enforcement. I don't know how I got my hands on these. 168. It says tactical tip match king, which is
Those are
not
legal.
a
You can't
thing.
have those.
So I don't actually know what they are.
What do the tips look like? Is this
That's the funny
unboxing?
thing. They have blue tips on them, not
Okay.
green.
But are they rubber? Like, are they the rubberized ones, like those Hornady
Um,
things, or what are they?
They're like plastic-ish.
Yeah. So that's like because they're like hollow points, but they've got the ballistic properties of something with a pointed tip.
Maybe, but what I can found is these are probably pretty close to the tip Match Kings, but the TMKs are marked as tip duh Match King. These boxes are matched as tip no duh Match King. So, and usually when you have the federal gold medals, you'll say Sierra on this side. This one doesn't. So we'll see how well they're loaded, but at least I get to test the reliability out of my gun because, how do you say? Because light strike issues and federals are known for pretty soft primers. So factory ammo. And then I picked up at the same retailer more bullets because I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong with this. We have the gold/green standard, the Sierras. These are not the 168s. What I can find is the 150s or the 155s. But the 150 seems to be more designed for short range shooting, 300 yards. I'm going to be shooting at
nice and
100
fast.
yards. So that's fine. Similarly, some of the competitive product, Hornady Match. I guess this is not the ELD series. This is just a standard 168 grain bolt-tail hollow point match. Wait. And since I had pretty good luck with them in 223, I also picked up a box of spears. Again, 168 target match bullets. So we'll see how the match type bullet shoots out of the gun. We'll see Eddie's comments about me shooting terribly later. But
Does he always comment on how you shoot?
No, it's just ever since I got my Savage 308. I think Dave was the fortune teller on this, and he didn't believe it will be an accurate shooting gun, and I did not
I think we
disappoint
could
him.
have all believed that. Sorry, what?
Anyway,
no.
yeah,
It's
so
fine, gun. It's fine.
more reloading to come. Oh, actually, one more thing. I thought Adriel mentioned, and I thought I checked on this too, that Boyd's did not have a stock for the Impulse Predator. They might have got a SHOT Show suggestion. So now I'm looking at this long and hard. Do I want to? If I like the gun enough, I might spend 300 US on a gun stock. Yikes! But yeah, looks nice, laminated wood, and you can have your
Price is
different
reasonable
shapes and
too.
stuff. Well, this is the base
Yeah,
price.
good price.
After you add all the stuff on it, it's like
Ooh,
$300.
I like the color options.
Yeah, all the color options are nice. I'm probably gonna go for some kind of a light wood. I don't think the
No. Go
configuration-
go
colorful.
full parrot. Yeah, colorful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's something
like
cool
there's
looking.
that like pink and gray is really neat. Or yeah, there's some good
and the
ones.
wood stock, sure.
Yeah.
That yellow and black is standing out to me.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
that green one too.
Bumblebee.
That green one's really neat. You don't see enough green guns. I like it.
Fair.
The
Maybe I'll
zombie
make
hunter,
my-
hey?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm
That's what it's
there
called.
to hunt
Yeah.
deer. But yeah, this audio description is correct. It's saying it's using an AICS magazine. So I don't know. Maybe they just added this to their product line. So maybe I do have third party stock option. Although I don't know.
Or
have to-
is there a Savage Impulse that takes AICS mags?
That's the one I have.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, it looks
So
like
the standard one would be a little different.
I
Looks
would
like
make sure
problem
your
solved.
other rounds get good accuracy before adding
Yeah,
stuff on.
that's something.
I put Boyd stocks on a couple of my guns, and I really like them. $200, that's US, mind you, and it'll be more by the time
Yeah.
it gets here. But like when you put it on the gun, it makes the gun look way nicer than it
But
actually
I'm gonna
is.
drag us through the snow, drag us through maybe blood, drag us through a lot of things while making it heavier.
And it'll
never
make
found
it'll
that
make
gun
it heavier.
It'll
It'll make it heavier
So,
for sure.
My
Yeah.
gun is already 11 pounds.
What's another pound or
with,
two?
with another 2 pounds. 15 pounds. I'm going hunting deer. All right. No recoil though. No recoil.
No recoil. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Kyle next.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, you can see I am currently redoing my studio / gun room. So yeah, it's a mess back there. Yeah, so soon I'll actually pull the curtain down. But I did receive my calendar for Kelly, so thank you.
You're more than welcome.
I did not remember to register it, so I'll have to do that tonight after the show.
Cool.
Did a couple range tests or range trips, and one I ended up testing the point of impact shift on the shotgun, and I got some puzzling results off that one. So I am kind of brainstorming and rethinking that video and what I thought, because
that's about cutting the rib, right?
Yeah. So, and my experience in competition is after blasting a bunch of rounds, your point of impact raises significantly. So I put target out at 50 yards, put the shotgun on the tripod, and okay, so it shot probably about 4 inches high of where I was aiming at 50 yards. Okay, that's typical. Blasted a box of shells out, or 2 boxes of shells out of it. And yeah, and then immediately put it back on the tripod, shot 5 rounds, and my point of impact ended up being point of aim. So it dropped. So, yeah. Complete opposite of what I've experienced in the past. So yeah, I am revisiting and rethinking, and I'm going to end up going out at some point and testing that all over again.
That's before
So
or
the
after
rib-
you've cut the rib?
That's before.
So the rib gets hot, it expands, and it starts bending the barrel down to hit your point of impact, right?
Well, the theory is that the rib, and what the rib is supposed to do is draw heat from the barrel. But you're only drawing it from one section, so that section of the barrel would be colder, which would then pull it up. That's the theory.
Yeah.
But not what happened.
What's the chance that because you shot 2 boxes of shell through it, it's actually overdoing the effect to the point that maybe it's heat saturating both, and Adriel, as what Adriel has said, now the rib is pushing it. Is it like a curve of it's gonna start to shoot
I see what
high
you're saying.
and go
and
low
actually,
and
I should say I lied. It wasn't 2 boxes. I loaded up. I had 24 on my waist, and I loaded the shotgun up to 12. So it was
1.5.
36 rounds.
That's still a lot, and that's still indicative.
And I
what you might
figured
shoot
that
on
was
a
good because
heavy.
that's your typical stage. You know, you're not going to have many stages where you have to put out more shotgun than that. So yeah, I'm going to revisit that one and try it again. And that was with the 24-inch barrel. So if I get the same result with the 24-inch barrel, which I shot that before, and I'm sure I ended up having it go higher, but I might try it with the 28 at the same time and see what the 28 does. But it was starting to get windy that day, and yeah. And with the theme of wind, I went out the following weekend with the rifle to test out the 77 grain unlimited ammo projectiles, or cart rounds out of my rifle. Also to do testing too many things at once, testing new bullets, and then going to be testing a couple barrels and that. And it was way too windy. I had the rifle on the tripod, couldn't keep it steady, ended up putting it on the bench and just using it on the case for my lab radar, because I had that out and figured I might as well crony these rounds as well. And that got better, but like the groupings it was not a good day for that. So, but even with the wind and just knowing where my sight was when I ended up pulling the trigger, that ammo is actually pretty good so far. I gotta get a good calm day, good steady rest to truly test it out. But so far, even on the windy day, I'm pretty impressed with them. And like they were putting I think I averaged 2,700 feet per second out of a 16-inch barrel on 77 grain 223.
Whoa.
So, and my normal like 55 grain PMCs do about 2,900 out of my 16-inch barrel. So, I also took out in that same range trip that 742, that 308 semi that buddy wanted me to check out. I did figure out the mag. You can't just load one round into the mag. You have to load a minimum of 2 for the rounds to stay into the mag. And the mag is crappy to put into the gun. And so
742s are just crappy all around. Like the whole gun is just a piece of crap.
Well, like it functions just perfectly fine, except for it's got a really lazy ejection. Like I sent you guys pictures on our group chat, but like it's like ejects, but it's still staying in your ejection port area until like the last second before your bolt almost goes into bolt lock. And I actually did have one stovepipe when I shot it, and I kind of attributed it to maybe it was a softer shoulder that I gave it, but that was one thing that I noticed because we did some slow-mo and I just went frame by frame and noticed it was a very lazy ejection.
Is it like a blade style ejector?
I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at it. I
don't know. I'm just trying to throw ideas there, but the bolt velocity should be pretty constant. So like, what is the chance the ejector is actually
like when the bolt is fully back? Yeah, it knocks it out, so it starts tilting out of the port, but it doesn't actually like fling out of there. It just kind of like hangs out there, and it's like the bolt on the way forward kind of kicks the back end of the case out of the gun.
I'm just thinking if it's possible the ejector may have been either broken, it's just too short now, so it's not contacting the case at the right timing.
So when I get a chance, I'm going to look at the ejector and see just what kind of style of ejector is, if it's a solid, if it's like a spring-loaded one, or what it is.
If you wait long enough, someone will be yelling at their radio, and then you should be able to hear it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah. By the time I probably get around to actually checking that out, I'm sure I'll be told. So, but I did order another mag for that too, because there's some mag tuning to go on with that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Had city range meeting beginning of the month, and apparently they got to get the budget in by the end of March. And I got told I was inquiring about more bays, because they were talking about at one time the city was just building us their own section. Turns out that's not going to happen. But if I want more bays, they're like, oh, moving dirt, that's not a big deal. So I'm going to be figuring out what we want for bays, and next month when I'm at the city range meeting, I will put that proposal forward, and who knows, maybe I get more bays.
Are you becoming president at 2 clubs now?
Or no,
2 ranges.
No, I won't be president. They are talking about putting me on the board, though. But it's a meeting once a month, and I just do my old normal club stuff and then just go to the meeting once a month. It's not as entailed as other clubs like Wapiti.
Okay.
Kyle, your 742. I'm just looking at Numrich right now, and it looks like it's got a plunger ejector on it, so it's in the bolt. You can check it for tension. See if it's see if the spring got rusted underneath that plunger, maybe.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. So city range meeting, and then I've been putting out some YouTube videos from SHOT Show slowly. We got a few of them out, and I need to work on my color grading, and that's really kicking my butt. New to that, and so
should I just use green box?
So the last project I filmed, I just screw this. I'm getting rid of S-Log 3. I'm just doing it full color, whatever And I mean, off the bat, it looks better, but yeah, I still got videos with S-Log3 I'm going to play with. Tony was very critical and let me know where I went wrong.
Whoa.
So thank
Very
you.
critical.
He
Not
told me the
critical,
truth.
Very
He told me
critical.
he was very truthful, and
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I read the messages. You asked for him to be truthful, so that's good, and we learned.
Oh
from
yeah,
it,
and
right?
Tony and I had a talk on the side. Like, I was not expecting that truthful.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was all
Kyle,
good. It's all.
just
Yes.
hold on a second. Now, Tony, let's talk about delivery. All right. You can be truthful, but never mind. We won't do this on the air.
It's all good.
No.
It's funny now. It's funny now.
And
Okay.
never let me live it down.
Absolutely not.
You know what? Yeah. No.
That's how you know that you're friends, when I won't let you live that down in that.
Right.
But yeah, so go ahead, Kelly.
Okay. I was just going to say truthfulness. If you ask for it, a sign of a good friend is actually being truthful.
Yes.
You know, giving you what you need to hear, but also from the perspective of, you know, yeah, our listeners know that too. They're very truthful when we hear from them. But it's also how we make the show better too. So I'm thankful for that. I got a lot of feedback from our listeners. A lot. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
So I'm working on the color
stop.
grading there, and maybe trying to be too creative with the other videos, but they are getting better, and they will be coming out. I got other projects, film projects, and that I'm working on as well for other stuff. So I am like slammed right now.
Is Kyle stuck, or is it me? I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
Oh wait,
Great.
no, Kyle's
Yeah?
stuck too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle's video's stuck.
Kyle's
Wait,
videos.
what?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Hey,
time.
I got internet. I
see.
got internet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We
Yep.
can hear you
Yep.
just
We
fine.
can hear
Okay.
you.
All right, because video looks great to me, but so I got a local match coming up this weekend, so put that on Saturday. Club meeting tomorrow night. Go over that. I did order some more 77 grain rifle ammo to test, and that should be here shortly.
Who'd you get that from?
Unlimited ammo.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
the Copper
singing high
State.
praise, so I ordered another 200 rounds so I could, because before I only had 40 rounds. I was like, oh, I'll do 20 rounds out of this barrel and 20 rounds out of that barrel, and I want to do more testing out of that. It's even though even though the windy day, I was still pretty impressed with it. So now I want a calm day and really go out and stretch it.
How is
and
so at
You
your
can always
range?
buy more. You can always buy more from them. They have more.
Yeah, they do.
They're
At your range,
unlimited here.
Go ahead, Kelly.
at your range, how are the winds?
Oh, it's Carlsbad, so they're bad.
They're horrible. Okay.
Yeah. I tried going out in the morning last time, which was a little bit later than I probably should have, and it didn't work out. When I went out with the shotgun, it was calm all day. Got home from the gun store with the slugs and everything, and the second I got the truck loaded up to go to the range, winds started picking up. So yeah, basically I gotta try and get there in the morning. That's usually the calmest. Yeah. But no, wind is a thing here. But someone from Chaz, we all know, Chris posted a thing, and Craig had asked me about it before, never looked into it, but it was on different zeroing distances for like 223. So Craig and I got playing with stray lock, checking out all these different zeros, like the 25-yard zero, 36-yard zero, 50, 100, and with our rifle data instead of just going off what that had. And I think I'm actually going to be changing my zero. I've been running a 50-yard zero, and for 3-gun, I think I'm going to end up going to the 36-yard zero.
Really?
Yeah. So with the 50, the difference, like say at 350, the difference was about a 12 inches of hold. So it's basically from 0 to 300 yards, I can shut my brain off and aim at the target.
Right.
With 36 yard 0, and then get beyond that, I have to start thinking about holds and that. Where like a 50 yard 0, you get like, 250 yards out, you got to start thinking, and your holds further out get substantial.
Right.
So yeah, it was really interesting crunching those numbers. We still got to go out and prove it in real life, but the theory and putting it with the data I got on Saturday with the 77 grainers, checked it out with that, and actually I probably pull that up because I took pictures.
Yeah, your 77s are going to drop a bit more, right? They're not going to be quite as fast. I do 50 because I'm lazy and I don't feel like setting up targets at 36 rather than at 50, and I just hold over for 350 and 400.
With the 77s at a 50 yard 0, at 350 yards, I'd have to hold 13.7 inches. With going to a 36 yard 0, I'd have to hold 6.3 inches.
Yeah.
And the highest that projectile gets is 5.5 inches high at 175 yards. So basically, out to 350,
you're fine.
You're dead hold, and even at 375, you're 10 inches at 375. So it was really crazy. Like the 25 yard 0. What was it? At like 100 yards, it was like 10 inches.
It's way high. Yeah.
It was like 10 inches high at 100 yards. But going through all that, go through your stray lock or whatever. But yeah, for 3-gun, I really think this year I'm going to go with that 36 yard 0, just because it reduces the thinking for basically.
Don't you run a scope? Don't you run a low power scope?
Yeah. Yeah,
do you
I do.
Hash marks in there?
Oh yeah, I got mill hash marks in there.
You just don't want to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't do that. It's just less thinking under the clock. You're just going to be more efficient and have better performance.
Yeah.
Got it.
Very well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was probably about it. I probably did some more stuff, but that's about what I did this week. So I think Adriel, you're the last one to go.
Cool. Did a pal and our pal.
Sweet.
Buddy of mine wanted to get this Chiappa kit here, and what this is it's actually got
a shotgun kit,
shotgun,
the rifle barrels.
Ooh.
Yeah. So these all fit a 12 gauge, and it's got so in a 12 gauge it'll fit a 20 gauge, a 410, a 40 Smith & Wesson, 45, 44 Rem mag, 380, 357 mag, and 9mm. And then what you can do is you can put them in a teeny tiny shotgun, and then you can have a combo gun, 12 gauge and 9mm.
I didn't even think about you bringing this thing out. I thought you have got rid of it. This is actually the perfect candidate because the inserts are actually not that long.
Yeah, they're
That's awesome.
I don't know, maybe that long or so, and you can stick them in there. Yeah, Matthew had done a review on one of the. I don't think it was a full set. I think it was like one of these in the past, but it just like fits right in there, and it's, I believe it's rifled. It should be. Yeah. It is rifled. Yeah, it's rifled. So there should be some ballistics with that, and it fits in a very small package.
That's actually pretty good for a grouse gun.
Yeah.
9mm grouse gun, and then you have a backup 12 gauge in case you need to not let it go away.
But
oh my god!
But it's a big one. That insert is not going to be accurate. I'm going to tell you right now.
Why would
I'm going to take it to the range. I'll put it into the review, but the alignment of that to where you think it's going to hit is not going to be on.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Yeah.
Gotta do some 3D printed shims and stuff.
That's it. Okay.
And then if you turn it or something like that.
I'm letting the dog out. I gotta. Yeah.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out?
Kelly. Oh, that's an old song. Call back. I bought some 22 LR ammo from Cabela's because it was on sale, and I have gift cards, and I got the cost per round down to 6.5 cents per round.
I forgot to mention. Hey, that's
Mhm.
really good, but I forgot to mention I picked up. So when I was talking about doing the calendar signing at S&J Hardware.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Guess what I found there?
Aguila?
Truckload of
Aguila. Guess what I bought?
Aguila?
Everything
Aguila.
they had.
Really?
How much?
Yes.
How much?
Oh,
ammo did
it
you
wasn't all that much. Just
Oh.
I'm going to tell you, but I bought everything they had. All
Why
the
is it so
boxes.
hard to find Aguila in the East? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's all over the place here. I can literally buy it from Canadian Tire.
Nope, we can't.
me-
Anyways,
Oh.
so I bought everything they had. They gave me a good discount, so I just want to say thank you. I also bought a nice little travel knife too. It was on a carabiner clip, so I can actually take it on the plane too. So sorry, I took over what we did in guns, Adriel. Sorry,
That's okay.
but I had to say
you had to bring
I
your thing
actually.
in.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I bought ammo. It was
Ammo.
and the stuff that I love. So I'm going to be putting it on my. I'm also going down to the States because it's 250th anniversary of the Three Strikes. So for an Appleseed down in Battle Creek, going down.
This 410 one is rifled.
Is it?
Ooh.
What?
What?
Really?
Cool.
Is it 410
Yeah.
like 45 long coat comboed?
No,
Like
it just says 410.
Like a tourist judge?
It just says 410. There is a 44 rim bag in here and a 45 ACP. But yeah, this 45 ACP, this 410 is rifled. Huh.
Give you
Interesting.
terrible
Is the
accuracy.
20 gauge rifled? Nope.
Probably
Straight
not.
on that one.
I'm
I need one of those kits. Yeah.
What is it? Not because you can put a 44 Colt in there, is there?
Maybe.
I'm thinking maybe they're using the same chambering machine for it.
I wonder if it's for Sabo.
Not the judge.
Because isn't it the 44 Colt that can interchange with 410?
I believe it's close, yeah.
Correct, but I think it's gun dependent.
I'm never going to try it, so we don't need to worry about this. I don't actually have that many pistol cartridges. I was looking through this thing and there's all these pistol cartridges, right? Do you know what I have for pistol cartridges? 9mm and 22.
Really?
That's it.
You don't
That's
have
all
a
I've
45.
Nope.
No, you
I
have a
did.
7.62 by 25.
Oh, you're right. Yes, I do. I have 7.62 by 25. I have 3 of them. Yeah.
I have so many.
3 of them.
I don't have any 40s. I don't have any 45s, any 44s, anything like that.
And you don't have
357,
you don't have a
38.
revolver. Well, you don't have a revolver.
Yeah, I'm
I do
sitting
have a
at 3
revolver.
different calibers as well.
Well, Wrangler.
Yeah. And I have a borrowed double action revolver. That's our pal gun. Anyways, let's get on to some of the stuff. This weekend, I have a private pal on Saturday. And then Sunday, Monday, I'm probably going to hit the range or hit my parents' place and do some shooting over there in the snow. So we'll see.
So this is what we're doing in guns now, not what we did in guns? Huh.
I always, you know what? I'm lazy. So I put what I'm going to do the weekend coming up. And then when I start my show notes, I move that to the thing I just did. And then I add it in. Yeah.
Fair.
It saves me some time. I don't have to remember, right? Anyways, that's all I did. We can move on.
All right, upcoming events. We have the Slamfire Canadian series coming up real soon. Should we tell them?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
What? Should we tell them our next show or no?
What?
Oh,
Canadian retailers. Yeah, we're going to be focusing on Canadian
so you
retailers.
don't want to tell them. Okay, cool. So
no, we
tune in
can
next
tell
week.
them. No, just hold on. We can't tell them. It's just that nobody understood what the hell you were talking about. Even if we were going, what the hell are you talking about, Tony?
Is this a match or? I don't remember.
Are we sponsoring a match?
We explained it last week. Anyway,
okay.
we will have IBI on next week. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Ryan Stacy from
Ryan
IBI is
Stacey,
going to
IBI.
come on next week. We're going to be showcasing different Canadian, firearms retailers, and he's going to come on to talk about the Deuce 2.0. I'm very excited because I think that might be the gun that gets me into rimfire PRS. So,
You know what? Why don't we chat with him a little bit? See if he wants to give us guns. Do you want me to drink for the episode? It makes people.
You can talk him into giving, because like he's already talking about dragging me to a match. Maybe you could sweet talk him into Dustin could really use a gun for getting into. Just saying.
Yes, yeah.
Work the Kelly magic. Work the Kelly magic.
Anyways, all right. It'll be good to see Ryan. I haven't seen him in person in a while. Oh God, probably 2 years, maybe-ish. 2 years, maybe. I don't know. But it'll be good to see him. He hasn't been on the show. When's the last time he was on the show? But 2 years ago.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, 2 years or so.
Yeah. Anyways, it'd be good to see him. I know that we were originally going to see when IBI, and then they had some new things he came on for IBI, and then we had some other things that were coming out. And I did actually reach out to, I did reach out to him about the Deuce, and he said, just give me some time. So it is now.
It is now.
Wasn't he on after Rimfire Worlds?
No.
I thought he was on for.
Oh, he was.
Had the team.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Was he?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was in Italy, right? Last year.
Yeah, it was Italy.
If only there were some magical device that you could type in.
I know. Let me know.
I thought Tony would have every episode memorized. That was episode number.
I wasn't too into Rimfire. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Also, I didn't know a lot of the industry people, so I can't tell who's who.
Yeah. He's coming on next week.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk to him about that particular rifle. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Awesome.
And I'm hopeful that we'll have someone from S&J Hardware the next week after, but that's not confirmed yet.
Who do you want on? Simon?
Sean, I think, is the one that was saying he'd come on. I don't know. I just want to talk to them about the stuff that they're doing. So you poke them, tell them to answer my email back. They sent me the email while I was away, and then I was like, I'll get back to you when I'm back in the country, and then I did, and they haven't responded since then. So
just you talk amongst yourselves. I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. I sent them emails with all the details and the times. Yeah. And my phone number, so they can call me.
Okay. We are recording, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take care of some business. You guys go and talk amongst yourselves.
We are live.
We are live. Adriel, do we have Maple Seed scheduled yet?
He's muted.
You're muted.
Hey, thank you. In Alberta, yes, but not up on the website yet.
Yeah, same thing with Ontario. We have some that are scheduled, but they're not up on the website yet.
Sounds good. You might want to Deuce 2.0 for your next Maple Seed. Check out IBL there. I don't know. Maybe too early for that. BTSA, we have 2 matches coming up. The first one, very fittingly, Precision Rimfire Pro Series, February 15th, 2025. And we have a 4-stage shortened Winter Steel Challenge coming up February 22nd, 2025. I see there's a Peace River Winter Stupidity this weekend. What?
That means something to people. Yeah. It's like a 3-gun kind of a thing.
Yeah, so they're doing a shotgun only match, and they're calling it Winter Stupidity. So if you want to go out shoot shotguns in the snow, it can be fun. That barrel can warm up your hands quite nicely. Go up to Peace River and on Saturday and join in the fun. And
we have some Chaz news as well.
Yeah, the Chaz 3-gun schedule got posted. That's on historicalarms.com.ca. I don't know. Google it. It's on the Chaz website. So we've set out our schedule. I have some RPAL, not this weekend, but the weekend after at Sherwood Park as well.
Sounds good. Doesn't look like we have a ton of news. These are all from last week.
I didn't realize there's been tons of violent gun stuff going on in my area. Strangely, there's been lots.
There was one in New Brunswick too. Wow.
There was like 3 shootings in Coquitlam in the last week. One of them, a buddy of mine who was in a group chat, he actually witnessed, which was crazy. He had to give a statement and everything, and then he got stuck in the building for hours. But yeah, he was working there. But yeah, there's just been a lot of craziness going on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No,
but it is cool.
I mean, yeah. Thankfully, I don't live there, but it was close enough that like I don't know. There's just been a lot of gun activity. Yeah. Sad.
No, I don't want to go to BC in the end of February.
No, you can come here. Here it's very safe. I live in a nice neighborhood.
You got to remember the per capita too. Like per capita,
yeah.
Edmonton's way worse.
Oh God.
Edmonton has double the crime rate that Calgary has per capita.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I don't believe it.
I do believe that, actually.
Winnipeg.
Okay.
Winnipeg.
Edmonton.
Anyways.
New gun stuff. Also, sponsor Spot Vacant. Again, email us, slamfireradio@gmail.com.
I didn't look up anything. I didn't add anything. Sorry, guys.
Drop the ball, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything. Cabela's has that 17 HMR bring your own bottle. It's like 250 rounds of 17 HMR. I bought some. That's why I remember it. For 44 cents a round or 40 cents a round. 250 rounds for $100. I don't know what the math is there, but cheaper than 50 cents a round at least. For destroying the Gophers because you got the hollow points.
Cool.
Great.
Oh, I guess I do have something.
Oh, and they have the mats. The shooting mats. They have the Cabela's shooting mats on right now for $59.
Oh, they keep having it.
Well, now's a good time. You want to do a Maple Seed next year? Go buy a shooting mat so you don't have to use one of mine.
True story.
All mine get used every single Maple Seed, and I bring 4.
Mine too.
They're a good deal. I actually not only have I used it for shooting, but I have used it when I go camping with a buddy.
Right?
It works really well as a sleeping mat. It's really great.
Yep.
Even to stick it under your other mat and just like give you some more insulation. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've used it for that.
Yep. I've fallen asleep on them. Yeah, they're a really good deal. Go and buy them. They're on sale. They go on sale about 4 times a year.
Buy it through our link. Go to slamfireradio.com, click on the link, and then go buy it.
I was just gonna say we should get sponsored by them. Oh yeah.
By Cabela's?
Yeah.
I don't think we're PC enough.
Maple Seed.
We need to be more, like Maple Seed should. Yeah, Maple Seed totally could. This show, no way.
Outdoor Fund, yeah.
Okay.
I guess there is a thing to mention. I'm on the news list for Western Meadow, so Stray Shooters Indoor in Calgary. And they're mentioning they might not be bringing Barry's Bullets, which is one, like Camp Pro of just Americas, I guess, in for a bit, just because the tariff threat, there's the tariff threat 2.0 for like the metals, the steel, and aluminum. So we don't know if we're going to launch a retaliatory tariff against it. So if you need to buy ammo, maybe if you have...
Nope. Buy Campro. Buy Canadian.
Fuck them
Barry Bullets.
Fair, but what if you have to buy precision bullets that's not available in Canada? Then
make your own.
Think about it.
Buy some Finnish or Czechs. Like there's lots of options.
You can buy very expensive Lapua bullets. Yes.
Oh,
that works.
Yeah. But those are like, hey, you want accuracy? Get the Lapua ones.
CNRs, yeah.
Listen.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Just go buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go buy stuff.
Just go buy some
But try to buy the Canadian stuff.
Yeah, try. Yeah.
Agreed.
Is that why we're doing the Canadian retailers? Which we should be buying from anyways.
That is why we're doing the Canadian retailers.
Okay, so you guys are Trump haters, huh?
Trump is not really doing Canada any favors right now.
I'm just saying the renaming of the Gulf seems kind of unnecessary.
It's on Google.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's a news. Yeah. The Gulf of America. He promised it. He said it. He's done it.
No, that's funny. I don't mind that at all. The whole trade war thing I could do without. That's bad for business. But the renaming of the Gulf of America, fantastic. Love it.
I thought it was quite entertaining to some level, at the very least.
I just thought it was unnecessary, but
no, honestly,
it doesn't harm, I guess.
it's not helping right now. You're right, the trade war stuff, and it feels like it's made gas prices stupid. The market's gone ridiculous, and nothing's going to get any better. It's also screwing with our election, which is actually making me mad. But like that is like the Liberals have seen a massive boost, and it is all courtesy of Trump, which is a piss off. Outside of that, I will say that some of the things that he is forcing our government to do that they have systemically ignored for decades, I'm not upset about. So, anyway, I'm off the political soapbox.
I kind of want to say, well, they've ignored it for several years,
isn't
right?
there like
people,
a fentanyl
people are very
czar
apathetic about the fact that.
Yeah, he was appointed. Well, I think they actually said his name today.
All right,
I remember.
okay.
I didn't care enough.
I agree, Kelly. I do actually care, and I agree with you.
Canadians are apathetic about it if it's happening here in Canada, but you know what? Trump gets sent back into office, and fuck them, right? I know we're not a political show, but this is what he promised, and he's doing what's good for the U.S. And I know Canada should be doing the same thing. We should have somebody saying, you know what, this is Canadian. We need to actually provide jobs. We need to actually promote our economy, et cetera, instead of what we've had for the past how many ever years, right?
Well, we've had a decade of our leader telling us being patriotic is bad. You're supposed to be apologetic for being Canadian. Big business also bad. All the things that have made this a wonderful country to be in, where we are wealthy and happy, that's all bad. Absolutely no market for any of the things that have continued to drive our economic engine, even in the face of lots of people trying to buy that stuff. It's upsetting. So, and I just, do you like sovereignty? I like sovereignty. We got to work for that. We can't just appreciate that the guy next door has a gun. If somebody comes knocking on our door, we can't just expect them to come rescue us. So,
no. But they also hate the people next door because they have guns. Just saying. Okay. I know. It's not a political show. What? Guns. I'm just amazed at people. That's all. People are like Quebec. Even Quebec now wants we're Canadian.
I know the feigned like proud Canadians who like just a year or two. There's been so many memes that I've been seeing of like snapshots of people's Twitter from a couple of years ago, just bashing versus now. So proud to be Canadian. Yeah, screw you. Like.
Anyways,
so anyway, not
funny. Not funny. It's
Didn't Quebec also say like we want a Team Canada approach, but no pipelines?
You know what I'm hopeful this year though? I am hopeful this year when I post my requisite Canadian gun flag made out of ammunition that I don't get a bunch of people posting on it how I should be, embarrassed and upset about being Canadian. That's what I'm hopeful for. Hopefully some of this feigned, pride in the country, at least they'll leave me alone on Canada Day.
Or they should
I've
be
never
like,
seen that.
Hey, we should have more civilian-owned firearms in Canada. Maybe we should fund some training programs for it. Wow,
right, like everywhere else that's under threat right now. Like we're like that. Like that should be part of the discussion. You got a couple of people eyeing us from the north, and apparently somebody eyeing us from the south. Perhaps we should, start doing some training. Maybe we should rethink the assault weapons ban, and we should start thinking about an assault weapons distribution program. And
you get an air, and you get an air, and you get an air, and you get an air.
If they're handing them out
with
to
some
grandma,
proficiency.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like the CMP program, the CMP in the US, right? You go do this thing, and then you can buy an M1 Garand for cheap. Like that. And that's all about promoting civilian marksmanship. And the DCRA used to get funding from the federal government to.
I have a proposal.
My
proposal is Project Maple Seed train everybody in Canada. Right?
Yes.
And get funded by the government.
Yes, big funding.
I would.
We can't train the chicken wing anymore, though. We can't do the chicken wing. Pull that part out of the curriculum. Sorry, Kel,
like the distribution. You'd end up with just a bunch of 180s getting handed around.
No, I'm not talking about
Canada. Colt
I'm not
Canada.
talking about,
States.
no, I'm not talking about
States.
redistributing stuff that they're taking away from people. I'm talking fire up the Colt Canada plant 2.0, like start making more and start handing them out to folks. Maybe with some fun switches, and we'll do a little bit of training. I'm okay. I'll take the training, happily.
If you can score, Maple Sea Rifleman, you can get a fun switch.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, I
If you
like
get 210, you get 210, you get a Kui. If you get 220,
God.
you get a WK-180. If you get 230 and up, now you get a Colt Canada.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, that one actually.
Skill-based distribution.
I'm okay with this. It would mean I would practice.
Okay.
Maybe the first one should be a Mosin or something.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Lee Enfield. We
Lee
gotta
Enfield.
keep-
Actually, that makes more
keep that
sense. Tony.
national
You're
pride.
right. Of course. Yeah, of course. The Lee Enfield.
Okay.
So I
Oh.
actually have a piece of news.
Oh, news is good.
What?
It's local to me, but there might be some New Mexico
Oh, who
people
cares?
who listen. Because I get to play the game all over again. So
What?
so there was a bill presented to the Senate because we get like 2 months of them submitting bills to get passed for laws. And yeah, this is basically an assault weapons ban, or no, a semi-auto ban.
No way.
New Mexico.
Yeah, they try it
Seriously?
every year. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they try it every year. Last year it didn't go, but we ended up with
miserably.
the 7-day wait period. So
Okay. All right.
So yeah, if you are from New Mexico and happen to be listening, go to your senator, and the state senate. Tell them no.
House representative.
This is the States. We like freedom. Go screw
And you
yourself.
guys got to invade Canada. What are you guys going to do with the
Yeah.
disarm? Kyle, which side are you
Right.
going to be on? American? Are you already going to be a mercenary? for
Okay.
I'm gonna
Americans?
sit down here and hold down the fort.
You're going to hold down the fort. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it like in the French Foreign Legion, you can just avoid conflict with your original country. I saw that was a rule or something.
I'm pretty sure they would put like Kyle would be on the front lines. They'd be like, "No, you go fight those guys." Right?
I know this road very well.
No, that's when I
be
keep my mouth shut,
conscripted.
and like I said, I'll sit back.
Yeah. Don't wear red.
Front lines, Kyle. You're going to be on the front lines.
Yeah,
First one in, meat grinder.
depends on how the draft goes, because I think I'm too old for the draft now. So
No.
Hmm.
No, you're not.
They're going to run out of 18-year-olds.
Yep.
Who we got here? Canadians. We got Canadians here. Put them on the front lines. I
yeah,
don't care how old they are.
yeah.
We'll give you a walker. Tactical. walker.
Tactical walker. Yeah.
Sorry, we're
Ooh,
circling
machine
here.
gun.
What are we
yeah.
doing
Strapped
next?
to the side of it. I don't know, but we've gone totally off the rails. No one like us.
How much weight can that walker hold? You could probably take an M240B on that thing, right? No problem. It'll be the fixed in
It's
place.
a very stable position.
Senior technical.
Oh dear.
Aren't you glad you came on tonight, Kelly?
Oh, I am.
All right, Tony, let's move this thing forward.
That's
Yeah, this
great.
bus is-
Let's go to
is
listener
screaming.
feedback. Adriel or I guess Kyle, whoever wants to take the email.
Well, you're the lead host. You have to tell us.
Tell
okay.
us.
Okay, Adriel takes the first email. I thought there's 2 emails.
Hi from Spencer. There are 2. I got the second one lower down. Hey, folks,
Okay.
just wanted to follow up on some of my questions from my last email. Tony,
Oh,
Magnum Research does have a list of known good ammo types for the 44 mag Desert Eagle, but there's only 15 part numbers listed there. Some are older loads that are hard to find, while some are pretty expensive. While there are some good options that I've used, both the PMC and MagTech with success, but my point was that you can't really buy any 44 Magnum and just expect it to work in the Desert Eagle.
That is
Also, molon labe is a Greek phrase that basically means come and take it. I know, I just don't like to talk about that kind of stuff on the show. I need to really watch some movies. Start with 300 if you want to see how it's used in context. Adriel, Tony's
get
right.
attacked
We could
on your arm. Just saying.
I like,
Okay,
I like
well,
300.
Yeah, you can.
I
What,
tried
300?
rewatching 300 with my kids, but that first
No.
opening scene, I had to like skip past. I have to do that thing where you like the naked girl like going like this and stuff. Yeah. You haven't seen the movie.
How was
Tony.
that again?
You guys,
Tony
you
doesn't
guys saw
watch
it.
movies.
Accurate. Yep.
I load
Adriel,
ammo and I shoot guns.
Tony is right that we can certainly have short-barreled shotguns here. In fact, if you don't mind the bird's head pistol grip and keep the overall length above 26 inches, they aren't even NFA items, just firearms. But that means you can't have this, can you? Oh,
well, you can have a $200 tax stamp for it, for a $200 gun.
Yeah.
Some people get it because they would just want to have the gun.
On a more general note, I'm curious why you guys don't use Player for your video streaming. Hey, I'm doing it tonight. Just because you said.
I saw it stopped working for a bit.
Someone else said. No, so we stream to it, but you have to like jump in and like manually create the show. So I did that today. I remember you had the developers on a while ago, and it seems like it would be handy to bypass all the Facebook and YouTube nonsense when the video streams a tiny fraction of your audience. At least I seem to remember you saying that the podcast downloads were 99% of the listens yet. Anyways, yeah, absolutely. The podcast downloads are how most people listen to it, but I'm going to put it on Player, and if I can remember next time, I'll put it up there as well. As for tariffs, I really wouldn't worry about them. It's a typical negotiation tactic he likes to use. He'll ask for something extreme, knowing he'll end up somewhere in the middle. Yeah, or the deal. Trump may use tariffs as a club with Mexico over the border, but I don't see that happening with Canada. If you look at the forest products and oil that come from you guys, you're in a much better position to push back. They did,
oil,
they did put some steel and aluminum. Yeah, they put some steel and aluminum tariffs in. And those are in.
And wood. And steel and wood were also tariffed previously as well.
It's a thing that's going to hurt their market, though. Like, the head of GM's already like, this is going to ruin the industry. You need to stop it. So,
yeah, even Teslas.
I'm surprised UAW hasn't said anything yet. The United Automotive Workers, it's a union.
But they get like job security.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, they have. No, they have. They've started to actually say a lot of people actually no.
This
so
is
the
not
people that are
Let's keep going.
Okay, never mind. Just
aluminum, terrible for ARs. Oh my God, the guns. Oh no. Last of all, I'm glad you think we may have some good reform here after the last election, but unfortunately, all the advances made so far have been courtesy of the judicial branch, not Congress, and certainly not the executive branch. There are some things Trump has already done by executive order, but that's mainly repealing orders that Biden or earlier administrations issued. It's good to see them happen, but at the end of the day, it's up to Congress to pass laws that would make a significant difference, and that's where my skepticism kicks in. But he did make OT tax-free, right?
No, that still has to go through Congress. He can't do that by executive order, and he doesn't want to so like that's part of the one big beautiful bill, or might be two bills that they're like they're supposed to be getting it any day now. But yeah, that's in there with that.
One thing that Trump could do by executive order is get rid of all the various import restrictions on guns and ammo. It's insane that we can buy anything we want from China except guns and ammo. Same thing from Russia once the Ukrainian war gets settled, which I do believe Trump will actually do. You know what's funny? The China thing, you guys can get shotguns from China and, in fact, import a lot of them. It's just some guns and ammo that you can't get from China. Anyway,
maybe
that's my rant.
Just a surplus? Because
no, it's not just surplus, but yeah, they have shotguns. They have Chinese shotguns for sure.
Yeah. There's weird laws though down in the U.S. There's about surplus and not so. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
922 and that the Chinese ban as well. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Spencer, can you do me a favor? Can you send us your mailing address? Thanks. That's it.
Well, that's
all I ask him to do. Is just send
suspicious question.
Very suspicious, Kelly. You can address it to me as opposed to the other guys.
Oh, and I did read Spencer's previous one, and thank you, Spencer. I wasn't on last week to comment live, but that stuff was noted and appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. I see Dustin is not paying attention, so you should read the email.
I was just answering a message. Come on.
Is this how like elementary teacher does things? You're not paying attention.
You want me to read it?
Sure, Kyle can do it then.
I don't have the email. Oh, it's right here. You want me to read this one? Which one?
From Jordan.
From Jordan.
Okay, here. All right, yes, I can do this. Hey, everyone. This is in response to James's opinion-based email last week. His views are very gatekeeperish. We want and need to bring more people into the sport. Attitudes like his are what pushes new people away or to view firearms owners in a negative way. Not everyone is a seasoned firearms owner. Or stop moving around. I'm reading the thing and you're in the way. Not everyone is a seasoned firearms owner, or might it's just very distracting, or might not be versed on everything firearms related. For Tony, being relatively new to the sport, James had a perfect opportunity.
We're gonna ban Adriel for bullying at this point. What the?
You're all terrible. James
You
had
guys
a perfect opportunity to educate Tony on what he viewed as incorrect, but instead took it to the opposite extreme. I am not well versed on those cartridges, so I cannot speak to my thoughts on those. But if he explained why he felt that way or what was wrong, more people might have learned something. Instead, I'm sitting here annoyed at someone who would rather put someone down instead of helping them out. I kind of agree. With Tony being a newer shooter and his enthusiasm for the sport is what we need more people like him to get people into shooting. Does he have a lot more to learn on his journey? Of course, but we all have more to learn. Completely agree. I would hate for James to speak on a subject he is not well versed on, and someone jumps down his throat about being wrong and potentially drives him away from that subject instead of educating him. This is my 2 cents on the topic. We need to lift each other up, not put them down. There is enough hatred from the outside we get as gun owners. We do not need it from the inside. Keep your enthusiasm, Tony, and keep on learning. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you, Dustin, for reading. I will do the YouTube comments. We have
just a quick comment. So I like tone doesn't come through on email. The James might have been just pure like banter. It might have just been like edgy banter for the sake of being edgy banter, which is fine. But it's like that doesn't come through on an email, right?
No, it doesn't.
So that being said,
I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt. That's what it might have been. Yeah.
We appreciate feedback from everybody. Again, remember with the comment I said a little bit earlier about, appreciating our listeners and the comments that they make and not so we can improve and everything. So maybe we can use it for here. But that being said,
getting Dustin a better mic too. That's based on listener feedback.
I think that
someone said.
But the reality is that, we're all here for different reasons. Like, I'm the token woman.
I'm your token gay.
Kyle's the token American trader.
I was going to say, I'm still trying to figure out why I'm here.
You're our American.
Follically challenged one, I guess.
Hi, why do I have to bring my Chinese out so bad?
That is the DI of Slam.
But Tony, he's absolutely true. It was Jordan. Jordan's absolutely true. You're a brand new shooter. Not brand new. You're much more seasoned now than when you first started. But you're a new shooter, and the enthusiasm that you have is actually infectious. Like, it truly is. So thank you for bringing that piece to it.
Dude, you've remotivated me to do more reloading than just rolling 9mm for hours. I'm not even kidding. I'm a little discouraged. I'm a little worried when you come for a visit because I barely loaded other cartridges in a while, and I'm like, oh, Tony's gonna come judge me.
Why?
He will.
Yeah.
I've seen his reviews. No, but for real, it is infectious seeing new folks, and I completely agree with all of this, Jordan. And like I always say, you can fill a book with things you don't know, and you're right though. That email could have also been tonally, Yeah. I've gotten myself into trouble for saying things via text form that came out wrong.
Yeah, but again, I always look at things whether it's through a constructive aspect of things too, and it makes it look like, okay, you know what, I have to recognize that, Kyle. I'm just talking about you and Tony talking together off to the side, right?
Okay, wait, but try to be constructive about this thing that you stick to the back of your Glock, and when it's green, you shoot.
What?
It's a sticker right here.
Oh,
yeah, it's a sticker.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's even better once you hear the pitch and get your arms dragged around and everything.
Oh, this is from Sean.
What? Oh yeah, Sean.
Oh, it was.
You stick it on a pistol.
Yeah, you stick it on the back of your pistol. Yeah, it goes on the back plate there, and then basically it's like those things you have as a kid that like show something.
It's a holographic
image.
they
change it.
If it's green, shoot.
Yeah, if it's green,
That- that
is
that
aligned.
So if it's green, it's lined up with your eye correctly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like point and shoot,
you-
right? It's
But you
it's-
also need to
yeah.
know what you're pointing at and shooting
Yeah,
at.
like if my sights are lined
Something in front
out,
of you.
I'll shoot. That
No,
is
but that's
solving a
slower,
problem that
Dustin.
no one
That's too
has.
slow. You're just gonna die. You're gonna die if you line up your sights. So you got to use this green thing.
Send me one. I'll get some practice. Yeah. I didn't
The
realize I've been
pitch was
training
the
wrong.
best. The pitch was the best part about that whole thing.
Oh.
Well, and the problem is like for someone who's maybe starting out, like maybe it would be okay, but for like a competition shooters, it's like, bitch, I don't
No.
need your fucking, I don't need your
Yeah.
gadgets.
Oh, the looks back and forth
I shoot
between
faster
Adriel.
than you.
The looks back and forth. Like I was waiting for Adriel. Like, you gonna say it? You gonna do it? Yeah. Yeah. No, you're good. Okay, Adriel's being a good way. Okay.
Oh my God. I need to come with you guys next year. That's too good.
There weren't many like that.
No.
There was only a couple that were like a little bit kitschy. Everything else.
A lot of the
was,
smaller companies, they're just dying for some exposure. So they see you're carrying around a camera. It happened to me last year on one of the videos. Like, oh, video this. All right, fine.
Okay.
We didn't
Oh,
actually
what was
even video that. But
what was the shotgun? The guys that do the caddies and that kind of thing. They were
that was
pushing
King
pretty hard.
Canada.
No. I have some of their stuff actually. They do like the 870 stock that's a pistol grip and the recoiling stock on it, and they have like the
Mesa Tactical.
Mesa
Yes,
Tactical.
those guys.
Yeah.
They had a comfy carpet.
I have some of their stuff. Yeah, I have some of their stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of it's
Okay.
kind of gimmicky.
If we're getting Simon or Sean on, give
Sorry,
them
I'm
Mesa
way
Tactical.
off topic here. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kelly. Where am I even going?
All right,
I
YouTube.
was trying to show the
comments.
green thing. That's what I was trying.
Yeah, the green card. Well, the green card.
Tony, you're doing a shit job of keeping this on the rails.
I'm not the seniorest person, so
Yeah,
like
but you are the host.
hierarchy thing. That's
You
what
are the
I'm saying.
host.
Crack
You
the
are the
whip.
ringleader.
Oh God.
All right, we have JBRTN saying first on episode 591. We have Brandon Leo, 1215 on the R9 Sterling R9 PCC review. I'm waiting for the restricted model supposed to be delivered in March. Maybe you don't want the restricted model. I don't know.
Why are we all going like we're
What
Put a
Adriel.
restricted
Here,
model.
yeah.
I'm looking at the emails right now. Like I'm looking at
Going-
the YouTube comments. So that's why I'm turned.
They're putting out a restricted one out. No,
Yeah. Why?
I
No.
don't
No.
know. Maybe, well, supposedly.
no,
And
I
then
don't
we
think they will.
have we have Daylan Deholo 7249 on the Alex's Homegrew TM22 charging handles. Downplayed how good the LPVO is for the price compared to similar offerings in their opinion. And we have, as promised, comments from Eddie on 591. Tony, have you tried to get a good bench press shooter to shoot your Savage for accuracy? No, because we're not a bench press club. That's a different club in our compound. It may be reassuring to find that your rifle is capable of shooting well. Well, we'll see about that. My buddy, then he did shoot better groups than I did, so it's probably some human factors in there. It may also save you time and money trying to find a good load if you discover your rifle has a problem with accuracy, as load development would be futile until the problem is resolved. I agree with that, but just shooting a gun for fun too.
Kelly
so-
wants to say something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So you shot it.
correct.
You said you had your buddy shoot it.
Correct.
Okay. So point of impact is same ammo and everything has changed. Grouping sizes have changed with your buddy shooting it, or no?
Not by much, but was the rifle in a quote unquote broken state. That was the trigger weight already increased.
Yeah.
And update on
Trigger
that, Savage
shouldn't-
hasn't
Yeah.
responded to me on that yet.
Yeah, the trigger weight shouldn't. So I guess I kind of agree with the what's the tightest group you've shot at 100 yards, Tony?
You got the groupings right there. You were looking at something. That'd
Because
be
if like
correct.
if you can like same day, if you can punch like some 1-inch groups with one type of
Yeah.
ammo, and you try a different kind and it's 6 inches, it's
Yeah.
obviously the ammo, right? And then you don't have to worry so much about like you versus someone else.
That's kind of what I was asking about.
Right. It's not, well, the first day wasn't as bad. It was 1 inch and 50, so 2 MOA
Mhm.
across
So
multiple
at
different
the
types.
very worst, you're a 2 MOA shooter, and if you try the other ammo and it's much worse than that, well, you know that it's probably the ammo and not you.
Correct.
Mm,
Does that make
It's a good
sense?
point. It's a good point because
correct.
a lot of people shooting their guns don't have good accuracy, don't have like good stable rests is usually the issue, right?
Yeah.
Right, but the problem is the gun was very similar because hand loads shot way worse the second time around versus the first time around.
Mhm.
So that's really the problem is the ammo didn't change, the person didn't really change, but the gun kind of behaved differently. As in the trigger it became heavier and you started to have even more light strikes.
You made change.
Also that.
So you broke it in, but you also adjusted the trigger?
No, it
adjusted
broke in
itself.
50
It's
rounds.
self-adjusted, yeah.
Okay.
The wrong way too.
The wrong,
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually you want it to adjust lighter.
Which is surprising because when you're trying to make that trigger heavier, it's actually tightening it. So I don't know how to manage to do that, but that's what it is.
Okay.
Which
All
gun
over
was
the
this?
place. Savage,
What's the-
Impulse 308,
Impulse.
Oh, right, the Impulse. Okay.
Predator. Yep.
Right. That's a shame.
I'll see. Maybe I can fix it. We'll see.
Mm.
Maybe I'll pull AR out for the hunt if things change that quickly.
What did you just say?
I say if things change that quickly, maybe
Okay.
I'll pull AR out for hunting. Adriel, how about doing an in-range style mud test for the R9?
I'm game.
Go wait for mud.
There's no mud. There's no mud in Alberta right now. Everything's frozen. It might be a while.
Okay, summer 2025. There we go. I'll record it. I'll drive up.
Where's Dave tonight?
And
Right?
And-
He didn't even.
respond.
jeez.
I know.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
keep going.
One more.
We
Is
have
that
a Facebook comment saying you gotta hurry up your Maple Sea schedules for Alberta. Hurry up. Anyway,
Okay, we're going to be doing some in Kananaskis and probably one in Red Deer. There. That's what you need to know, right?
Cool.
you're not gonna do them in
Samad?
Chaz?
Oh, we'll have some up by Edmonton, but I believe that last time he shot those in the south. Yeah,
Mm.
Got it.
I think I'm right. I think I remember him correctly.
Yeah. But did someone come up? You're Adriel. You're from Sci-Fi Radio. Did you give them a patch?
A Slamfire patch?
Probably, or a sticker or
Probably.
something like that. If someone
Okay.
mentions, I usually try to give them one. Yeah.
All right, Eddie jumped in with the history lesson because Tony is more wrong, not a Molon. Molave is actually a Greek phrase. It's reportedly a defiant reply by the Greek name number one of
Leonidas.
Sparta to invade. Oh God,
Xerxes,
Xerxes of Persia.
Persia.
Persia, when it was demanded that Spartans lay down their arms and surrender. It means come and take them. The numerical superiority Persians were eventually repelled and badly defeated, so badly that Spartan counterattacked and took some Persian land. Okay, cool.
I had people texting me during the show. I'm like, yeah, I know what Molly means. I just don't want to like talk about. I want to like bring that crap up on the show, but I guess we're gonna do it anyways.
Well,
Made up
we've
for it
talked
in this
about
episode.
3 times tonight.
In a historical context.
Clearly, I made the wrong choice.
in a historical context.
Deal
No,
with
it's
it.
just you made the wrong choice of taking Tony as a host because he is very not knowledgeable in a lot of things.
No, he's talking about
causing
No,
multiple
no, he's talking
controversy.
about the last show.
I didn't say what it was. He's talking about me, not you.
Right, but I
Yeah.
asked the question, right? If I knew,
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask it. So you just
I
picked
don't
the
know.
wrong person.
Don't worry about it. This show is now Molan Labe from my cold dead hands. That's what we're going with now.
We should name this episode that. All right, that's all
Yes.
the YouTube
Okay.
comments. Let's see. We are doing our sponsor links at a different time. Thank you to our supporters on Patreon and Player. If you'd like to support us, you can find us on both of those platforms. If you'd like to email the show, send them to slamfireradio@gmail.com for shoutouts and recommendations. Who's going?
Oh my God.
I'll go for Kelly first.
But yes.
Oh, shoutouts. I just want to say to our listeners, if you hung in this long, good on. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks.
I would like to, you know what? I'm going to shout out Trevor. I think you're listening. I'm going to text you later. Yeah, just Trevor.
Okay.
Just cuz.
Because
Kyle?
I got nothing.
Adriel?
I don't have anything written there. I don't have anything. Shout out to the Chaz 3-gun volunteers who do all this stuff, and I don't have to. I can just show up to a meeting and just critique and then leave.
Oh, I have one actually. Shout out to all of the Canadian firearms retailers out there who actually got back to us when we tried to showcase your stuff on our wacky show.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of them just knew better.
I don't know if this episode really helped our case in that.
If there's any retailers out there who want to be on the show, we want to focus on some Canadian retailers coming up. So,
yep.
Or if any listeners have a company in mind that they'd like to hear on the show, just send an email. Let us know.
Awesome. I'll give a shout out to Ryan Muckinghern of Vortex Optics. I knew it was always a possibility that you could send in your email and he would personally respond to that. He is a host on the Vortex Nation podcast as well. And I had the question about if I should have a lead sled for shooting for accuracy, but they had made a video previously suggesting against that. I just want to confirm that what if I shoot a lead sled without any weight on it? But you're still basically increasing the weight of the whole system, making a recoil quite differently, which can tear into all your fasteners. So they still maintain their position of try not to use one of those. Yeah, I had a very nice exchange with him.
Good. Okay. I have a question for those of you who went to SHOT Show. Did you guys go see and take pictures with Grantham?
No.
He was on the floor. He was running around.
Yeah,
I know.
I saw him, but I didn't
saw.
chase him down, didn't get any pictures with him or anything.
You can do that when you come down, Kelly.
I was
know
going to say, I'm coming next year.
For Grantham. Kyle and I aren't thirsty for the guy. We don't really know how to chase him down that bad.
Okay. Coming next year.
You can get your photo with him. Your arm around him.
Cool. Join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Player. I saw it said Twitter again. Anyway, join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.
See you next
week. Everyone.
See you next week.
Don't forget, Ryan Stacy is joining us.
Yeah, actually come on next week. It'll be great.